Hey guys, just before we start this video today, I just want to let you know that I've launched my Guitar Lessons by JB, that's my other name, website. I'm taking bookings now for one-on-one guitar tuition. The first lesson's free, so if you fancy some one-on-one guitar lessons with me, head on over to the website and book in. Cheers. Hey guys, how's it going? I hope you're all well. Today we're doing Bullet Up My Valentine, Tears Don't Fall. Another song breakdown, a little bit like we did in Her Voice Resides. So yeah, let's get into it. Before we start, I just want to mention the tuning on this song. It's typical Bullet Up My Valentine tuning, which is C, G, C, F, A, D. So that's like a D standard tuning with your sixth string tuned all the way down to C. So now I got that out of the way. Song, I've stripped back my tones again. There's a touch of reverb on my clean tone. The heavy tone, it's not absolutely saturated in reverb or anything like that. Again, just so you can hear absolutely everything that's going on and you're not going to get confused. And speaking of confusing, this intro, I've seen it played quite a few different ways. It is confusing because there sounds like there's so much going on just coming from one guitar on the record with delay and stuff, but it's actually two guitars doing the intro. This doesn't happen live. Padge will just play the and that's absolutely fine. If you want it like the record, for instance, if you're doing a cover or something and you want it to sound exactly like it is, first and foremost, there's a guitar underneath doing these bass notes. And that's it for that guitar. That is in there, just sort of like panned straight, I think. So slowly, that's literally just on the fourth string here and seventh fret, and you're basically tracing off the bass notes that you do for the main riff or lick, whatever you want to call it. So it's literally just, and he's palm muting there as well. He's sticking his palm on the bridge. So altogether, that's this. And that's literally it. It might stop there. Just use your ear on that one. One thing I will point out to you as well is that's all with a down pick. Again, Matt Tuck, his rhythm playing style. He grew up on James Hetfield, Kirk Hammett, all that. So his down picking is really, really solid. So that's what keeps it kind of straight, if you want to, I want to say, kind of like keeps it quite tight, rather than just that. It's just downs. Okay, so that's that guitar. The famous guitar underneath it is doing this. These are just power chord shapes. So you learn your power chords, right? Your first, and this time, some people they'll do their pinky, but for this, just a feel thing, because we're moving up a fret, I like to use my first and third finger. That's how I learned it. And it's a mixture of mutes. Now, don't get confused here because there's a lot of delay going on, and that is making notes happen that aren't in there that are being played, if that makes sense. So, because the riff moves quite quickly, there's notes carrying on from the previous ones, which is the point of delay, I guess, that are clashing with the next few, which is why it can be a bit confusing to decipher what's going on. This is how I hear it by ear. So he's got palm mutes there. So he's palm muting on the bass notes, and then he's accenting on the higher ones with your third finger. Then he goes up with his pinky to 10th fret. Okay. Then he's going to bring this power chord up a string each toward the ceiling, and then come forward a fret. So you should have 8 and 10 there. Then he brings that forward and he does 10 and 12. So we'll talk about that bit in a minute, but that's so that last part there is just your it's just, if anybody learned Paranoid Black Sabbath, it's literally you just doing hammer-ons, right? So you're just hammering off the 10th fret to the 12th, and then same thing again on the 3rd string. Now it's tempting to throw an extra note in there, if you watch carefully. That note there, it's up to you if you want to put it in before moving to the next chord. I've seen people do it. I've seen people not doing it. The way I hear it on the record is it's not there, but kind of like a feel thing. It helps you get to the next one. The way I hear it on the record is this. But for feel's sake, see how I just kind of like throw it in? And a lot of people do that. Okay, so it's up to you on that one. And again, you can play this with a down-up pick if you like. I think Matt wrote this one, so I'm assuming that when he wrote it, it was probably all with down picks. But if you watch Padge playing it, I'm pretty sure he's doing it. I'm pretty sure Padge is doing a down-up kind of thing. Play what you're comfortable with, yeah? There's certain riffs that merit a full down pick. There's certain riffs that merit an alternate pick just for a feel thing. This one, it works absolutely fine, either which way you want to play it. And I'm pretty sure every time I play it, it might be a little bit different. But for argument's sake today, I'm doing it all down picked. Okay. So that's your intro riff. Make sure you get the palm mutes in there. Really important, otherwise it's just not going to work. So that riff comes around 4 times, okay? On the last time, you're going to stop and slide out and let the delay take care of the rest for the gap before the let's go, okay? So he's going to go... Okay? So that is literally, and he slides up to 12. That is literally that. So that is literally, okay? And then the delay goes, so there's no more notes played there. That is literally just the hang on the 12th fret, okay? What happens over the top of that, over the last 2 times as well, is Matt comes in, live anyway, with like a rolled off volume. So the gain's on, but he rolls off the volume to clean it up a bit, and he plays this this down-picked riff. I'm going to keep it clean for argument's sake right now. So he starts off copying the first chord. Okay, it's all downstrokes and muted. Then you've got these dyad shapes. Okay, so you've got... So those dyad shapes are 12, 10. minor, a major shape. Okay, that is 10 and 9. And then to finish, you've got 9 and 7. So you've got and again, it's similar things, yeah, to what they do in the other songs. I think I talked about it in the last lesson that bands have like a toolbox of things they use. That clean riff in the last one, that thing from Her Voice Resides, right? It's the same thing going on. Different key, but it's the same chords, okay? So or dyads if you like, 2 notes. So again, this is them just using things that they learned from guys like Iron Maiden, Metallica, and all that sort of stuff, and just like sticking to them and using them. Everyone's recycling each other's riffs, okay? So once you get to know a band, you get to figure out the stuff that they do, and that kind of gives you like I don't want to say an authority, but like kind of like it wises you up to the note choices and the chords that they use. So that part again, just real slow. Okay, and then it comes around again. On the last one, he just stops on that major one right there, 9 and 10. And that's it for the intro. Okay, I'll show you what it sounds like with the gain rolled back, just so you can have a go yourselves. So full gain. That's not what we're after here. Take your volume knob, which is on. You're going to want to be on the bridge pickup for this one, by the way. Bring your volume knob just shy of being all the way off, and just feel where sounds best on your guitar. That is literally all I have to do to turn that off now. Is that's barely up, and you'll get that. And that's it. Okay, just a quick note about the clean guitars. Where you're probably going to want to sit for your pickups is probably on the front pickup right here, or in the middle. I think on my cover I used it in the middle. It's amazing how a lot of time for the clean tones you'll just go for the neck pickup straight away, but sometimes in a mix just having both of them somewhere in the middle kind of gives you a nice sort of mid tone that cuts through. Sometimes it can be a little bit too tinny if it's on the front. So that's just a little tip for you. So for the next section, the Let's Go part, which is actually the chorus riff, there's 2 guitars panned left and right. And if you don't know what I'm talking about there, generally when you're recording guitars for like heavy metal, rock music and stuff like that, you'll record 2 guitar parts and you'll pan one to the right, one to the left. If you don't know what that means, it's a little bit like if you've ever been listening to a song and you've taken an earphone out and there's a guitar that's just not there in this ear, and you're like, where is that? No, that's because it's panned all the way into this earphone, if you like. And that's literally what they do. If you were wearing headphones, you'd record the guitar part and you could hear it straight. You could hear it in both ears. But then what you can do is you can move that guitar in the sound spectrum, if you like, literally into your right earphone or your left earphone. So basically they'll record 2 guitar parts, they'll move one all the way to the right, and then they'll move one all the way to the left. And that's how you get that really wide kind of stereo guitar sound, and makes for really good heavy metal. So we're going to go over what each guitar does here. So you've got the guitar to the left, which is doing these big chords. You're going to put your first finger, this is a classic bullet thing right now, okay? This is like a big bar, like when you learn your bar chords, right? You're going to bar right the way across the 3rd fret with your first finger. And then you're going to take your 3rd finger and stick it on the 5th fret, 3rd string. Then you're going to put your pinky on the 6th fret, 2nd string. Give that a strum now. Okay, that's a chord that Bullet have used a hell of a lot. If you're familiar with songs like Oh God, Suffocating Under Words of Sorrow. What's the clean one from Scream Aim Fire? Hearts Burst Into Fire. That one too. So that's a great big chord. That make sure that when you're playing that chord, you can get every note out. And the way I'm getting that and not killing this note here is I'm keeping my fingers as arched as possible. If you want to get the best out of it, pull your wrist inward, because that is a hell of a lot going on there and a big stretch for people who may have not done it before. So pull your wrist inward, and these fingers here will automatically arch. Keep your first finger as straight as possible. Don't push with your thumb, you're going to cramp up. The only pressure your thumb should be feeling is your first finger pushing the neck back against it. So it's kind of like a balance, really. If you're going to push from anywhere, push from that middle knuckle there on your first finger. So it just starts with the power chord on top. Okay? But have the chord ready. What's going on there is he's just bringing his pinky into the 5th fret right there, and then bringing it back into the 6th. Check it out. Okay? So just start by strumming the 6th, 5th, and 4th strings if you like. And then for that part, make sure you're getting there. Coming in, okay? Okay? Then what happens is you're going to come up. Okay? You're going to come up to the 5th fret right here. So you've got... No big chord here. I've seen people doing it. I know Bullet might do it on the acoustic version, but that's not what happens here on over on the left guitar. So you've got... You're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you're going to do this. Again, not octaves. We discussed this in the last video. On this record, live, you'll see them doing octave chords to get that bigger sound, especially when they're doing counterpoints and stuff like that. This time, it's just all single notes, and he's going to go 7th fret, 5th fret, 4th fret. So... And then I'm keeping it loose and going down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Alternate picking, yeah? Okay, then you're going to do it again. What you're going to do then is you're going to go 7, 9, 4. And there's a bit of attitude in there, I guess you could say, from the slides. Yeah, so, you know, put some character into it. Don't just go... Yeah? Really get slides going on within your moving there, but control the distortion, yeah? Control the amount of noise that your guitar is making. That's really important when we're playing high gain stuff like this. Really important, especially with this big chord here. If you're not able to mute, well, where you need to mute strings, if you're not able to mute them, if you're not able to control that gain, you're going to be in a world of trouble. So learn to really shut your guitar up if you need to, but still have all the gain that you need. There's a balance between too much gain, too little gain. If you can sit in the middle and sort of control it, you're good to go. So that section all together. Okay? Then you've got the guitar on the right, which is literally just going to do chords. It's literally this. And he's just hanging out there on the 5th fret. So that's the first run of it. And then the next run of it, he's just going to use the 5th and the 7th fret. Just literally just barring your finger across. Okay? It's that simple. Just a note about the strumming here. Keep it light. Don't dig in too hard because you're going to end up dragging the strings, especially when you're covering that great big massive chord right there that we start off with. Keep a lightness and keep a looseness. Yeah, don't dig in too hard, otherwise it's gonna sound like mess. Also, find the right balance in your left hand here. Don't push too hard, otherwise everything's gonna start going sharp and out of tune and sound nasty. Work on that chord. Work on getting it clean. Work on getting every single note out. So that main riff section happens twice, right? So you got guitar, left. Guitar cuts, guitar on the right. And then that guitar cuts. Make sure you're happy with this section before we move on, because this is the chorus, okay? And I won't be going into it as in the same depth when it comes to each chorus, because the chorus happens for about 4 other times or something like that. So make sure that you're really happy with that. If you've got that at this point, you've got all your choruses sorted. Okay, so let's have a look at the next section, which is the verse. So the verse section, we go clean again. There's a guitar that starts off the first section, which doesn't carry on. It's kind of on its own. I know Padge will probably do this little bend part live and then carry on, but for argument's sake, for the record, this guitar is on its own, and it sets up the verse like this. You're going to start with a palm mute. And slowly bend the string on 4th string, 7th fret. And slowly, as you get to the end of it, get your palm off the bridge. So it's, and you're literally just bending. For this, I like to bend toward the floor. Do whatever you're comfortable with, but I find toward the floor for this string works best. When that stops right there, the delay just carries it on. Then the first guitar that we heard, which is there, comes in and plays that riff, which we learned in the intro. What we're going to do now is we're going to play the intro riff twice through, but with the ending part for the last one. So it's going to be... Okay, let the delay do the rest. Then what happens is the riff has a variation. It goes something like this. You're just going to change the bass note for the first part. So you're going to go... So this is the "Would She Hear Me?" Okay, after the 2 natural harmonics, which we'll talk about in a bit. So he goes... Okay, and that happens twice. So literally what he does there is he moves this bass note here up a string to toward the ceiling. He moves it to the 8th fret, 5th string, and you're gonna have to string skip there, okay? Because we're gonna keep this note where it was here on the 9th fret, 3rd. So start with your power chord shape. Okay, then he comes here. You could go there, you could come here and keep the continuity as a feel thing. I like to come back. It's literally that power chord shape we started with, but now it's going to be at the 5th fret with your first finger. Probably when they're doing it live, for continuity, because the riff moves this way, it's going to wind up here at the 10th and 12th. So whatever you're more comfortable with, the proper way would probably be this. Okay, it's very similar. You're just kind of moving that bass note there, but you're winding up in the same spot and the picking's a little bit different. Okay, and making sure that you're accenting with your palm right there. Okay, so that runs through twice, doing that part. Okay. I'm playing it repetitiously and slowly, hopefully, so you can get it. Okay, so that is literally your verse section, part 2. Then the clean guitar's cut, and then you're into the pre-chorus, right? Before we do that, though, we've got some heavy guitars that come on over the top of that. After the first riff is played twice, right? The intro riff, Matt comes in with the 2 harmonics. How we're gonna get those is we're gonna go. Okay, that's literally gonna be your first finger on the 5th fret here, 2nd string, and you're just gonna literally go over the fret wire itself and come off. We can do it myself. Okay, don't hang around on them, otherwise you're gonna kill them off. Yeah, so as soon as you've done them, finger comes away. Okay. Okay, and then you've got this. Both guitars are going to do this now that are left and right. And that's literally, you've got your palm mute on the bridge, and you start off with an A chord shape right here. All down picked. And you're going to move onto this 3rd fret, power chord. Up to 5th fret right there. Okay, so that's over the whole "would she hear me" part, okay? And work hard to get your get that really tight. There's a lot to be said for maintaining a good solid down strum. So that happens twice. And on that last part of the run of it, what he's going to do is he's going to make it angry, I guess. He's going to really build it up for the next gallopy section. So start taking your palm off the bridge at the end of that. He goes. See how he starts opening it up? That's literally it for that part. Okay, so the pre-chorus, we've got gallops. Take it slow with these, okay? It's going to be all palm muted, and we're going to work off of this this A chord here, if you like, this open note. And he ends it there with a digga 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 digga, sort of like a tram pick. Okay, slowly. If you can get that down, you're going to be in a good stead for what's to come for the bridge section. Okay, then he moves to this C shape here, this power chord. Okay. And I think he's actually technically just using single notes here. He's just using the root note here, 3rd fret. Okay. C. And then he's going to do 3rd fret, 6th string. Okay, so altogether that's. And keep your movement small, yeah, with your right hand. Try and keep it as tight to the strings as possible. Okay, really helps if you keep your pick nice and parallel to the string. You're not slashing through completely at like almost like a 90-degree angle here. You're going to cause all sorts of unwanted noise. So that happens twice, but on the last time you're gonna kill it with the C chord. It's quite difficult to hear what's going on here, but this is what I hear on the record. Okay, now live I've seen him kill it there, which is your 5th fret, 6th string. Other times I've just seen and let the lead guitar take care of that last note. If you want closure, that's where you're going to end it. You're going to end it right there on the 5th fret power chord on the 6th string. So you've got. Okay. And that is literally down picks there. Okay. Then the chorus comes. Before that, we've got a lead section that happens twice over the top of that. Okay, so that is literally, you're going to be all on the 4th string to begin with. You've got your 9, 10, and then you've got that note that's so famous. This is classic Bullet for My Valentine. They do a lot of this. You've got 12th fret with your pinky right there on the 3rd string. And what I do is I slide down to that. Okay. Then I pick that one again and go up to 12th fret. Okay. Then you've got the first part again. Then what he does is and slides out. So he palm mutes 7, 9, 10. And slides that out. Then the chorus comes. Okay, the chorus is exactly the same as when we learned it earlier after the intro. After that, you've got your verse. That is exactly the same. If you're happy with what you've learnt there for the verse section, that is exactly the same. The pre-chorus is exactly the same as we've just done. And then you've got that chorus exactly the same again. So it's nice. It's actually all these sections, but you're gonna know them when it comes back round to them. That is a good 70% of the song taken care of. And we're only an hour in or something. I don't know. Listen to the song. You know those sections up to chorus 3. You should have everything you need to cover all those guitar parts. Keep going over them, and when you're happy, let's get into the build up into the bridge. So the build up into the bridge is literally going to be gallops. So he stops literally at the end of the chorus, and then this happens. Okay, at the end of that you've got but it's literally all on the A string there, or the 5th string if you like. So, and how we're getting that gallop, always starting it with a down. So I'm always starting it with a down, always ending it with a down, okay? And have that sort of that mental organization when it comes around to it. You know you've got your down to start with, and you know you're going to end up with a down, and everything in between should take care of itself. And then you can get it up to speed. Okay, so that's I notice I'm trying to keep my movement as small as possible for that, because it is really fast when it's up to speed. And then after that you've got, so just to clarify, this is the guitar that starts on the left, by the way. The right one cuts, and then it jabs in, coming to the end of that section. So you've got by that point, guitar right comes in and goes, joins in. And then in unison, they've got, okay, you've got C chord right here, A, back to C, then up to 6th fret, heavy metal, right? Then 5th, so, and then finishing on C. So you've got, okay. Then what's going to happen is we're going to move into what I like to think is the actual bridge itself. So the bridge itself is going to be gallops again, with some counterpoint leads. So you've got the left guitar that's going to do this. The gallop here is very Iron Maiden-esque, okay? Okay? If you can get that down, the rest will follow, I promise. Okay? For those chords there, by the way, I'm being lazy. I'm just taking my first finger off. Okay? But I think what's actually going on the record is actually the movement of. which is how we led into this section. Okay, so this galloping section, down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down. Okay, it ends up with a down up because you've got these leads that come in the middle, if you like. What's happening on the left guitar is you've got 10, 10, 9, 7. Okay. 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 Add a gallop in the middle. Down, down, up, down. And you've got this. Okay, so that is 10, 8, and 7. And then he's going to go down to 3rd and 5th. Okay? Sorry. At the end of those, he's going to go digga, 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 digga. He's going to throw that on at the end. Okay, which is just pedaling off of the A string right here, the 5th string. Okay, so all together you've got. Then, at the same time as that, you've got the guitar on the right, which is going to do the counterpoint lead parts in the middle of the galloping, if you like. This one, you've got you're gonna have to do some string skipping, unless you want to play it higher up. But for feel's sake, I think this is correct. Okay, so that is literally going to be the gallops are exactly the same, and you've got. Okay, that's you're literally just going to follow the dots. Okay, you've got 9, 7, 5, and I think what he does is he slides in here, so you've got. Now in the middle of those, I'm pretty sure to keep himself in time, he's got these pedal notes going on off of the A string or the 5th string. Okay, he's sliding up into that. Okay. Then what happens is he comes in unison for this part that the other guitar that was doing on the left. Okay. But rather than going down here to 3 and 5, he plays the counterpoint to that section and repeats the 8 and 7 here. Okay. Okay, and that's how you're getting that. So he starts off in unison with the other guitar, and then when the other guitar moves down here, he stays put at 7 and 8. Okay, so all together, you've got. Okay, so that part there is exactly what the other guitar was doing. Okay, so you've got. Okay, and that's literally it for the first part of the bridge. Then what's going to happen is you've got this bridge part 2, I like to call it, which is where Matt comes in and sings just before the solos happen. So this is literally just some big power chords after running that last section through. So you got. You're going to land right here on the 3rd fret, 6th string. Okay, he's going to slide up to 7th fret. So you've got... Now there's actually 2 guitars going on here doing a counterpoint for that little lead section. So to start with the guitar on the left, and that is just 3, 3, 2, 3 on the and then landing on the 5th string there. So starting off on the 4th string. He's doing like a... So, again, it's rhythm. It's keeping yourself locked in with those drums. So that happens twice right there. At the same time as that, the right guitar is going to do exactly the same thing for the chords. But then he's going to counter to that little leady licky thing down there, and he's going to do 7, 5, 7. Same strings. Okay. Okay. And that's that section there. That runs through twice. At the end of that, what's going to happen is they're going to join together and just do these strum power chords. He's going to go 3, back to 2, 3 to 5, back to 3, and then end it on that really evil 6th fret right there. So altogether that's... And then the galloping comes in. So again, just really slow. That's... And then what happens is you've got the build up to the solos, which is another gallop. Okay, that is the right guitar this time that leads in. Building up to the bridge after the solo 3, it was the left guitar. This time, I don't know, just to shake stuff up, they're leading in with the guitar that's on the right. So left guitar cuts. Left guitar cuts. Right guitar. At the end of that, the left guitar comes in and they both go 1, 2, 3. Okay? So you've got... Okay, so slow. And again. And that 1, 2, 3 is just all with down picks. Okay? Okay, and that's all there is to it for that little pre-solo section there. So for the solo section, the rhythm guitars, it's exactly the same as the first part of the bridge. It's going to happen twice. So the guitars that are doing the... Okay, what's going to happen there is you're going to hang at the end of that with some extra power chords beforehand that you're going to play that part again. So So you're going to play that through twice. For the first part, it's Padge's solo. When you play it again, it's Matt's solo. At the end of Matt's solo, you're going to do that again. And then you're going to hang on this chord right here, this power chord, which is B flat if you like. It's first. I'm really not good with numbers. Bear with me. It's first fret here. So it's the first fret power chord on the 5th string. Okay, so that's your hang for when it comes into the next section. So play the bridge section through twice, and at the end of it, an extra one of these. Okay, so you've got. Then Matt's solo comes in. Extra. And then hang. Okay? Obviously, for the entirety of that section, the other guitars doing that I taught you is doing the counterpoint, so it's doing the. Okay, but then at the end of that, they all come full circle with the. Okay, then we're gonna go back to verse part 2, so which is the. Which we learned earlier with the clean guitar. So if you were happy with that then, you'll know precisely how to do that part right there. Then we've got the pre-chorus, which is exactly the same with the gallops. Okay, but at the end of this part, we're going to do like some sort of trem pick kind of build up to the chorus. So the rhythm stays the same. Can anybody help me make things better? I think he's gonna go. Okay, and he's just gonna trem pick the hell out of that there with a palm mute. Okay, and then with your power chord right there. So it's 3rd fret. Then over the top of that, the lead builds up. This is why it sounds like it's building. So the lead does exactly the same thing over the top. Then the trem picking. Okay? That's really hard to do slow. Sometimes slowing things down is really important, or a lot of the time actually. But right now, sometimes just going for it. If you're happy with your alternate picking, you can just go for it with this one. And that should build up to the last chorus, okay? Okay? Then what happens? Chorus comes in. It's exactly the same. So the chorus happens twice, and at the end of it, you've got your song stops dead for that part, okay? So the chorus going out. And that's where that part comes in. That is literally course, just bear in mind for the chorus, what I just played, that was one guitar, the other guitar that's doing it's doing the chords, but just doing the chords right the way through it. Okay, so be mindful. Play the chorus exactly as I taught it you the first time we ran through it. It'll serve you for every chorus throughout the entire song. When the song stops dead, you've got this. Okay, that's the guitar on the left, which is going to do 9 and 10 on the 4th string. Then your first finger is going to do 9th fret, but your 3rd finger is going to do this. Give it a little bit of a bend. And pick, slide there, okay? Okay, so that's the guitar on the left. And you watch how I bend with that. It's my wrist pulling down. It's not my finger. Don't bend with your fingers. Always bend from your wrists. Okay? Then, at the same time as that, you've got the guitar that's on the right. That's going to do the same sort of lick. It's going to be the same strings, but it's going to be up at 12 and 14 instead. So leave a gap. When you pick 14, slide off down to 10. Okay? On the 4th string. So you've got... And then we're going to run into the chorus again. And that chorus is going to happen once, okay? Then what's going to happen for the outro, the rhythms come into unison and just do this. Okay, that rhythm section is literally this. Okay, you're just going to do these bottom power chords here. So you've got 3rd fret. Up to 5th. Okay, so that's 7. Stopping at 5. Over the top of that, you've got the lead guitar, which is the 12 and the 14 guitar from earlier. So you've got 12th fret, 14th fret. So you've got... However, this time, it does the build-up. Okay? So you've got 9, 10, and 12. That's happening out on the 4th string. So you've got... And again, I'm putting some slides in there, bringing it to life, yeah? So after those rhythm guitars cut, and you've played that through twice, that lead is going to continue. That guitar is going to end up on the right. Then what you're going to do is you're going to build that up there then. Pick, slide. Not pick, slide. Pick and slide. Okay? And give that a real good shake there and let it sustain. And if you're in front of your amp, really let it scream, scream feedback back at you, okay? So at the same time as that, the left guitar is going to do the lower part from what we learned earlier. This okay, but this time with the tail end of it. So you've got the so that is literally 5 and 7 up to 9 with the slide. Okay? and then build up 5, 7, 9. Let that hang, build up that feedback and sustain. So when we're hanging on those notes, listen out for Moose. He's going to count us in with a 1, 2, 3, and we're going to do a, okay, which is a big sort of, just pick the strings and that it's just literally just shooting your finger right the way down. And then what we're going to do is we're going to finish with that same gallop riff from the bridge. And that's literally it. So each guitar does precisely what it did in the bridge earlier. Okay, so each guitar there does precisely what it did in the bridge earlier. You've got the left guitar doing the 10, 9, 7 thing here on the 4th. So you've got gallops. Okay, guitar on the right is going to do that higher harmony there, or counterpoint if you like. So it's going to slide down. Okay, be really tight with those gallops and those. Okay. And just finishing off on that A chord right there. And that is literally all of the rhythm parts to Tears Don't Fall. Before we do the solos, just take some time to make sure that you're happy with all that. There are people who spend so much time learning how to flail around the neck and do all fast guitar solos and stuff like that, which is really good, and it's fun, and I mean I enjoy it to what ability I have. But it really does shoot you in the foot, really, when it comes down to rhythm playing, because 90% of the time, a song is rhythm. And if you spend all that time just focusing on scales and leads and stuff, when it comes to playing a natural song, you're absolutely goosed for the rest of it. So spend some time. This is a really good song with lots of parts and lots of galloping to help you learn transitions, okay? And learn tight rhythm playing. Matt is really unreal with his right hand. It takes a lot to keep up with him. He's really, really digging in there on those gallops, but they're tight as anything. So just slow the track down. Again, I'm going to say it again. Use your ear. It's the best tool that you have when it comes to learning these songs. Use your ear and learn with the same feel that brought you to the song. You're here because you like the song, you like Bullet My Valentine, you love guitar playing. Use that same feel that it gives you to really listen deep to the song, and it will make you such a better player rather than just looking at notes from a tab. So with all that said, let's have a look at the solos. The solos aren't massively difficult in this one, I don't think. There's a couple of techniquey bits in there which I'll cover. So you know the rhythm parts. So it's two of the bridge sections stuck together. The first part is Padge. Then what happens is when he stops, Matt comes in with his solo. So the first one, Padge, what have we got? It's going to start with this this A minor pentatonic lick. So if you've learnt your pentatonic, we're going to take it all the way up, minor pentatonic that is. We're going to take it up and we're going to start from 17th. Okay, so we've got this. We're going to bar our first finger across 17th fret right there. And it's just a standard pentatonic lick, okay? So it's pull-offs. So you're going to pull off with your first finger barred right here across the first two strings. That's really going to help you, okay? Forget catching the other notes. So what you're going to do is you're going to pull off, okay? You're going to pull off fret number 20. Okay? That's on the first string. Then what you're going to do is you're going to hit with your third finger. 20 again on the second string. Okay? Okay? Then you're going to hit 17 again with your first finger. And then you're going to do 20, pull 17 on the second string. So altogether you've got this. Okay? At the end of that, when he lands on 20 there, he's going to bend up. Okay? Use your wrist. Get your thumb over the neck for the bend. And really support it. Okay? Okay? So that's the first run of it. Then what's going to happen, he's going to repeat it, but this time when he finishes, he's going to do a bend, full step bend right here on 19th fret of the third string. Okay? That's where he's going to finish there, that bend. So treat that as a section. Okay? Then what's going to happen is he's going to run down the scale. Okay, so that's the lick. It's all pull-offs. And that's how you end it. You're literally just running down the pentatonic scale. If you've got that pattern from the start, it's that right the way down. Okay? And we're going to finish up there on 19th fret, 4th string. Okay? Then what he does is he does this sweeping pattern. Okay? Don't panic. We're going to get this together. It's not that difficult. It's a 3-string arpeggio. Okay? Okay? It's really rough. Just push through the strings, okay? Before we go any further, just try and get that push. That's how you're going to get through the notes. So we're going to start from 3rd string and just brush the strings gently. Don't go whacking them or anything, just gentle. Push through the strings gently. Okay? And what you're going to do is you're going to take your first finger and you're going to go on the 9th fret, 3rd string. Second finger, 10th fret, 2nd string. Then your first finger is going to come back, so it's going to want to move by then, in this sweeping motion, if you like, back to 8th fret, 1st string. So you've got... Okay? Once you've got so far, hammer 12th fret, 1st string. Okay? That's literally it. Okay, how we're going to come back down. Pull back, keep your first finger there once you've gone to 12. Keep your first finger exactly where it is and pull 12 back to where you came from, which is 8th fret. So you've got... Okay, then with your pick, you're going to come with an upward motion where you came from, which was 2nd string, 10th, 1st string, 9th. So you've got pull, up, up. Okay? That's what it sounds like quick, but don't worry about that. Just... If you can get that, I guarantee within a few days you'll have this. It's not that hard, trust me. I'm no sweeping virtuoso or anything like that, so the fact that I can do this should encourage you, okay? So make sure you've got your picking direction right there. So you're going to go down, 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 hammer, pull, up, up. Okay? Okay, once you've got to there, he's going to come up to 12th. And he's going to do a similar pattern, which is 12, 13, 12. Okay? And it's the same pattern. So he's going to go 3rd string 12, 2nd finger for the next part, which is 13, 2nd string, then 1st finger for 1st string, 12th fret. Okay? Down, down, down. Get that sweep motion going. Okay? Then, once you've got to 12, hammer 15 with your pinky. Okay? Then, like earlier, we're going to pull back. We're going to pull to 12, where we came from. So keep your 1st finger there, because we're going to go back. So, you're going to go... Keep your 1st finger there, hammer 15, then pull. Okay? Okay? Then you're going to go back where you came from, literally, with the 13, 12 on the way back down. It's the same pattern, picking-wise. Up, up. Okay? The only difference at the end of this one now is we're going to end up on this 11th fret and shake the hell out of it on the 3rd string. Okay? And that's all there is to it. So work on each sweep on its own and then connect them. And shake the hell out of it. Also, there is wah. I don't know if I already mentioned. There's a wah pedal going right the way through that. But it's a really rough... It's not meant to sound pretty. It's quite... I don't know. It's quite gnarly and nasty. But just go over it. Be patient with yourself. And really get that loose sort of picking motion going for the sweeps. And make sure when you get to 11, you shake the hell out of it. Okay? So, all together, slowly, the Padge solo. Okay? Okay, so that's Padge's section. What will happen now is Matt comes in with his. He's using his Morley wah pedal right the way through this one. And again, this is more like Dave Mustaine style, sort of like kick you in the gut, pentatonic ripping kind of solo. So what he's going to do is he's going to start with trem picking on the 7th fret. It's all A minor pentatonic again. Okay, so what you've got is you've got trem picking, and he's going to bend. So he's 3rd string, 7th fret. Okay, so that is literally, have your 1st finger ready on the 5th fret right here, because we're going to be doing a pull off to that later on. And that is also really going to help you having fingers behind that 7th fret. That is really going to help you push the bend up and bend with your wrist. Keep your thumb over the neck. At the end of it, give it one last big bend. Okay, so it's alternate picking, down, up, down, up. Okay. Once you get up there, big bend. Let it back down and pull with your first finger to 5th fret. Then you're going to land on the 7th fret, 4th string, and finish off on the 5th fret, 3rd string where you came from. So all together. Standard blues lick, okay? And I know he puts quite a lot of pinches into this one every now and then. I don't think he puts it quite there at that point, but you can do it if you want to. Flare it up and spice it up maybe. Then what he does, he's going to just repeat that bend. And throw some pinches in every now and then. If you don't know how to do pinch harmonics, I've got another video that I did last week on how to get the best out of pinch harmonics, so go check that out. I've got loads of tips and tricks to help you get those, get you on your way to getting those nice and clear. So you've got really give those notes a good shake and a good bit of vibrato. Really, you know, make it angry, okay? Then you've got the bends with the pulls. Pentatonic, 5 and 7. Bend up, pull off to 5. Okay? And landing on that 7th fret right there. Then it ends with 7, 5, 7 over the 4th string and the 3rd. And then to finish off, he literally does a run. You're going to take your first finger, go to 9th fret, pick that, 3rd string, hammer, 10, pull 9, slide 7. Okay? That's the pattern that's going to take you down. Okay? So once you've got that, you're going to do the same thing here, but you're going to pick 7 and hammer 9 this time. Leave a gap. Slide back to 5. Okay? So you've got... When you get to 5, it's just hammer 7, pull 5, finish on 7 on the 4th string. So altogether you've got... Then you've got toothpick slides, which are literally they're panned. If you listen, I think one comes in from here, one comes in from here, or vice versa, or something like that. But yeah, you can either go back to the okay, or you can go for the pick slide after that. Entirely up to you. So there's your solo sections, guys. And that's it. That's Tears Don't Fall. We got there. Go through each section. I'll say it again. Use your ear. Have the track sat with you. Reference that while you're going through this song, yeah? I've not bolstered through it a million miles an hour and played every riff up to speed and just said, okay, that's it, learn that. I've tried to break everything down, go slowly. That's the key, yeah? And then build up from there. Slow the track down, yeah? Use the little thing at the bottom there. If you need to on this video, you're going to hear me sound like an idiot talking dead slow, but that's not the point, yeah? The point is, you're going to see me play it even slower if I didn't go slow enough. Use the track as well. Slow that down. It's right there at the bottom of your screen on the little video. Slow the track down if you need to, and then build it from there. Work on the transitions as well. It's a great one for learning if you're live situation, especially if you're using pedals on the floor. It's a great one to learn how to swap your sounds and stuff like that, and go from, something clean and mellow into something quite big and anthemic and distorted with the big chords. Yeah, and if you've got any questions, just stick them below. Find me on Instagram, drop me a message. Again, I'd like to thank you all for your support. The links for everything are down below. My Fiverr for my music, my Instagram, my guitar lessons, all that good stuff. So I really hope you've enjoyed this lesson, guys. If I've missed anything, please let me know and I'll try and help you out. Thank you all so much for your support, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers, guys.